Love runs high in this time. Give it to me easy and let me try with pleasured hands to take you in the sun to promised lands, to show you everyone it's the time of the season for loving. What's your name? Who's your daddy? Is he rich like me? Has he taken any time to show you what you need to live? Tell it to me slowly. Tell you what I really want to know. It's the time of the season for love. What's your name? Who's your daddy? Is he rich like me? Has he taken any time to show you what you need to live? Tell it to me slowly. Tell you what I really want to know. It's the time of the season for love.
Yo, what up, YouTube? What up? I didn't think I was going to record today. You know what I'm saying? I went down to the damn jungle gyms down the street. And I got to tell you, man, I'm getting tired of taking my towels down there and cleaning off the damn jungle gyms so I could, you know what I'm saying, so I could do these pull-ups. Because it's just like I don't like carrying around like wet towels in my bag. It's just, it don't even sound right. You understand what I'm saying? But I have to clean off the damn jungle gyms if I want to do some pull-ups on them, because this has been the most fucking moisturous ass summer that I've ever seen in my fucking life. It is like a swamp in Missouri. Like, this is the craziest fucking weather I've ever seen. Ever. Alright? The weather is moisturous as fuck. I can't handle it. You understand what I'm saying? But I guess it beats going to fucking Purple Fitness. You know what I'm saying? Going down to you know, Barney Aquatics. Going down to fucking going down to this is how Joey Diaz would say it, going down to motherfucking Barney Aquatics. Let me tell you something, man. That was the first time I see the joke. Now, I know purple is a beautiful color, but damn, when I see that joke, I was like, damn, this motherfucker is purple as fuck. That nigga really did go for that purple stuff in the refrigerator, did he? He came out with a business. On the Dave Chappelle skit, where they were looking at the fridge for the orange juice, and he was like, there'll be one kid, they'll be looking at the juice in the background, and be like, we got Son of the Year, we got this purple stuff. And there'd be that one kid in the background saying, I want that purple stuff. I'm wondering if this was the inspiration that maybe this repressed feeling that this child had for wanting the fucking purple, because you know, I don't know if people got the connotation of the joke, but you know what I'm saying, black people, like, we love grape shit, grape soda, grape drink, you know what I'm saying, grapes on the vine, you know what I'm saying, pertaining to Christ, communion, that type of shit, any type of grapes, we own that shit. Alright? So I bring this up, man, because it dawned on me that there's been some crosshairs on me for a time, man. And I gotta tell you, man, from former lifetimes and things like that, you guys really haven't done me well. Like, really, I'm a pretty nice guy, man. Like, you guys, I remember one time, you guys found out, like, I might have been blessed or something to some certain degree, and you guys totally became like fucking vampires, man. And like, pretty much mauled and ripped me apart, like I was as if I was like some type of fucking celebrity. I don't mean in a good way. I mean like in a fucking zombie apocalypse type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you find out that somebody may have healed from something and somebody may have been cured of something, like, take for instance, I got ripped through a fucking vortex, through a particle collider thing while I was in my attic, or you know, at my old home, my last home before I moved here. And yeah, I went to this place that is outlined in the book of Enoch, or Enosh. Okay, the throne, man. I went to the throne, and I got sent back to Earth. So here's the thing: when you have antimatter inside of your body and things of this nature, there can be some good things that's going on with this. Like, I know that the world is sick, man. The world is sick. It's a sick place. People, let me tell you something, man. People nowadays, a lot of individuals, like because I go on walks because I can't stand being at home. Okay. When I see them go in reverse, man, they go in reverse so damn slow. It takes people such a long time to pull out of their fucking driveway and just like go 2 feet that I literally can like clear a street by the time they get to the end of their driveway. And I'm thinking, really? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, am I teleporting or something, or people? But you guys, it's not me going fast. They're really moving that slow. And see, these are the things that people say, this dude's an asshole. And so, see, this is how I look, because it really is normal. Yeah, I look and I say, well, that's like beneath the base surface speed that an individual will move. And you don't necessarily move as if you're drowsy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, like, if your brain is operating like this right now, like, you know what I'm saying? Then, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest, there's gotta be something wrong, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm constantly waiting for cars. Out here where I live, pedestrians don't have the right of way. You have to stop for the car because the person driving the car is 100% incompetent. 1,000,000%, dude, I guarantee you. Or it's like, most of these cars are like on auto drive. They're like on autopilot or something. And you know, we haven't really like fucking got into like the self-driving car phenomenon now. Around this neighborhood, like, everybody got new cars. Nobody's struggling with money. You know what I'm saying? None of that shit. Nobody's complaining about inflation. And this is like worse than the recession that we had that everybody was complaining about. So listen, you know what I'm saying? I know that the world is sick. And I know that there were certain plans, Agenda 21, and this came around the census and global warming, that we have too many people on the planet rather than come with solutions to solve it. So we got to get rid of motherfuckers. And it's been forecasted for a cancer epidemic. All right. Speculations and theories for former times about a cancer epidemic, especially if you look at the movies such as I Am Legend. And I'm out here speaking out, and I speak with expression, and the Holy Spirit speaketh expressively, so you know I have light. You see, perception is a thing. For some individuals, the plus means positive for HIV. For me, the plus means health. So if I don't have knowledge and that plus correlates with knowledge, then those with knowledge would perceive themselves a certain type of way. And would this be a degradation to their spirit? And would they soon start identifying with something that they believe themselves to have? Because you go on faith with the doctor also. One thing I found strange is that I was accused of many things, such the same as in the deep state, considering knowledge and secrets. Many individuals have it. Who would track a sex history of an individual that worked at Walmart and IPL, a fucking factory? For it to be some type of collective consensus to address me personally. And which the criteria, of course, I knew was wrong. I was not moved. You want to know why? You don't track a person's sex history to condemn them. Knowledge knows bad things. What knowledge doesn't know is miracles and phenomena. Think of that show Last of Us. 80s song meant trouble. It was like something that stuck to me. And I believe the 80s song that correlated with trouble, I would believe to be The Cure, which correlates with I Am Legend, the COVID, and the forecast of the cancer pandemic. That will correlate with Agenda 21, which would correlate with global warming. And global warming will correlate with the Georgia Guidestones. And Planned Parenthood is in the hood, so you know, as grapes, as black men, we're first fruit. So they test all things on us. And you notice after brothers was getting choked out in the streets saying they couldn't breathe, no different than the opioid crisis. That shit rolled back on top of others, and they was crushed with the stone that they kept in their secrets. And all of a sudden, individuals drew back. No different than a white slave master standing on a black man's back. They got a photo of it. He was trying to draw the black up through his feet. You see, he knew something about melanin, and that would correlate with Christ also, wouldn't it? Jews. Fucking with me is being anti-Semitic. Don't try it. I could flip over a courtroom just with my identity. I could put the U.S. up on treason for the things they done, bringing me over here, calling me African American for one, stripping me of my identity and saying they're God's country, and back in Israel, I could flip Israel also. Whoa. Somebody better get me my shit. The good thing about antimatter that's coming into our situation, which really was probably a bad thing, you guys, because this realm ain't quite the same. And the media is full of shit. I've been pointing it out. People been calling me the enemy. Nobody's gotten a single hit in. I've been doing this for over 10 years. Dealing with you pointing fingers as if I was Jesus, and y'all niggas need to get shit clear. I arrange meetings. You can't even see the choices you make, and you think you can. That's the best part. I worked at crummy medium wage jobs, so on and so forth. I don't got a college degree. But whatever happens to me and how long I wait and suffer, just know it's God's country if I fucking say it is. But right now, you niggas is not. And I will burn you. There's prophecies inside of the Bible. I don't give a fuck if you believe. Don't get my messages confused. Tracking my sex history and my personal shit to accuse a nigga, only to find out that the scripture is real and the crazy shit I say, and these are the miracles that will follow them. And in scripture it's written, take no precaution, and everybody thought I caught something and I was healed. So there had to be a status of showing without my knowing, and individuals didn't alert me. Think of Tuskegee Airmen. They know something about my blood, and the truth is I'm a judge when I carry this spirit. So you working on my blood, thinking that you're gonna take samples from me and do such things, I think twice. You see, in the dynamic of the Lord, I have the right to judge. And even though they don't let me watch TV on The Boys, there are blood artists. If all has came against me, then I can be against all. Fucking with your core base DNA system. You worried about shit like HIV. You might not have recognized the movies like Spider-Man or Ninja Turtles when they were after their blood. And Spider-Man was saying, I don't think you understand. You don't want to put this shit in you. But that doesn't mean that I am the same as you. You done got me twisted. People moved away and separated as if I'm in a test tube still. As like when I was born lifetimes ago. This is the shit that I'm talking about. Individuals that are cropped up like clones off the island, such as myself, saying all sorts of things. And we are harvested to give away our things, and tragic things happens to martyrs. And I think you got me fucked up. The resonance and the anger in my voice. Henrietta had love. But if you kill love and I have that spirit, then you will find a judge. And my eyes are like fire. You gonna get some melanin for sure when your eyes close. You don't want to deal with my shit. Nah, I don't got HIV. It's not undetectable. It's just not there. I done showed you how to achieve this without paying a single dollar by going in the Bible. But people wouldn't listen. This didn't fit in with the tradition of knowledge, and it didn't fit in with the faith of Christians inside institutions. Fuck y'all. So I'm on my own. You don't follow a random no one sex history unless you see a miracle, because knowledge that you know of is as the trees in the garden and who you're gonna blame. And females are like sharks that could smell money, but pertaining to a cure by the time it reaches. And the individuals that came around, and the prior lifetime in which I told you this, motherfuckers was beating down my door. Crazy shit happened. Motherfuckers try to fuck up my brain. Everyone wanted to fuck me. And even despite my thirst, if I had it. You see, the Spirit of God takes my thirst away. I have desires, but I don't thirst. Don't get it twisted. I don't get lonely. Most of the conversations out in the world aren't conversations for me because they too shallow. I know how to swim. This is the difference between us. The fact that I believe that miracles are real, and that plus for me is health. For you, it is something else. I don't even believe that there is a such thing as something that can attack the immune system. How specific? Sounds like eugenics Eugene to me. COVID came out and people got false positives. The second dude took the shot and his name was Shakespeare. At that time, I didn't even rhyme. Now I rhyme on accident. Am I associated with the vaccine or the sickness? Well, it was associated with the vaccine more directly, so therefore I would be associated with the cure. And I think of The Last of Us, and there was an 80s song, and 80s meant trouble. And I think that would correlate with the cure and the knowledge that individuals know and the secret that I don't. Except that everything is somehow my fault. You see, everybody just seems to blame Chris. And when it isn't Chris's fault, then that's when shit hits the fan. And people are scared of me defending myself with my words. All of this slander, the same thing was did to Christ. Individuals go to church to hear a message and to be relieved of their own conscience. But amongst men, I don't see such compassion. Not in this society. And how does that carry over into the church, the institution? I should get a tax break on GP for being a black man in this country. My first Uber was a slave ship. These are things that I won't forget until this shit's made right. And your God's country situation is revoked, not pending anymore. So it is what it is. And what you have learned in the midst of my words is that you are helpless. All of your military, so on and so forth, what a waste of time. I dismantle niggas' arguments like I'm taking apart a gun. This is the shit that I'm talking about pertaining to this country. And individuals saying that they think or how they think when I know they don't think that much. I spent a lot of time in isolation, like solitary confinement. I had to reflect a lot of time in meditation, just to keep my sanity. And people lose theirs all the time for no reason. This is the difference between you and me. But between those false positives that mirror like a reflection, given with them COVID vaccines, said actually two things about the knowledge I was accused of about 3 years ago. And I didn't know why people came around. And people would come around during my lifetime, this lifetime, that knew me, I guess, for former lifetimes that I couldn't remember at the time, with teary eyes saying shit like, don't be selfish. And I'm like, who the fuck is this stranger? What the fuck are you talking about, dude? I'm gonna be late for graphic design class. Think about it. And at that time, when I was crying out for some leg, then the locust came, and the spirit of the locust came upon the people, and they started eloping and fucking and sucking and doing all sorts of things as resources went away, and now it's pragmatic business on top of business it was before. However, now it's humping in a different way. People are walking around with their face downcast. And I can hear their heart that they're concerned. They don't know about their health. They scared to ask. They freaked out when they found out that they couldn't pin all things to being my fault. And now they want a martyr. And that's what they've been waiting for pertaining to me. And when I had the cure, they took it away. Rape and all sorts of date rape, some crazy ass shit, man. I didn't even remember the whole situation. It was in my former lifetime. You motherfuckers are sick as fuck. God loves you. I don't. Don't get the shit twisted. I follow. The love I have for you is sharing the truth with you that nobody shared with you. Thanks, Dad. But please do not misunderstand me. I don't want to hurt you, I want to help you. But you individuals just flail your arms knowing how to swim, deciding to sink. And I'm like, fuck that. I ain't got no kids. That was taken from me. So you can save yourself. If you were God, deliver yourself. Pull yourself up by your own bootstraps. Be a leader as you were meant to be. And people who hated me sought me to be a leader. Cause how can you hate an individual you call a loser? And how can an individual be a loser unless he's a champion? You see, the term loser comes from expectations. And disappointments are had where the rest of the consensus in their knowledge, they don't know that they're disappointed with everybody else. So they point and blame because they had higher expectations from you. That's first fruit. Without you even thinking, putting God first, I'm way above you on a pedestal. In this upside down kingdom, any way you look at it. I'm like a somersaulting blade. I just cut through your accusations half the time. They scared to say shit I didn't even know I did. Half the shit that I apparently did. Listening to strangers. And I could see the crosshair that's been put on me, man. And other people have senses and I have senses. My senses don't have to do with smelling. My senses probably have to do with blood. So, considering the reflections from the boys and all these things and how they mirror, I would say your health would depend on the mercy of God. I would say it would be good to hurry up and make fast and do good by his servant. It's written in your Bible. What happens to those who do his servant badly? I ain't gonna tempt you to do it. I'm gonna warn you. That's what prophets do. They warn, right? It's written in scripture, all the prophets have led. Y'all try to hit me with many tripwires. Y'all were looking for someone that you could be justified in crucifying or manipulating their mind into being some type of cleanup guy. And trust me, you don't want to know me from my former lifetimes. When I first got here, I was trained for nothing except for handling business. Business we don't talk about. I don't mind. But I don't plan on opening up those depictions in this lifetime. Why should I have to? I'm just a nobody except for all of your shit that goes through these institutionalized registries like your doctors. And they send in your blood even for work. And they figure out who's got shit. I just walk around with an open heart. And people take advantage of that shit. The problem is when you don't have ulterior motive, you can see so many. And I wonder how much slander was put on my life. It had to be a lot. I've been in the mix to get accused by individuals such as celebrities also, as if I, in this anywhere fucktown USA, have any interlinking interactions with individuals around celebrities several miles away. Apparently, not every individual lives on ground, right? Most of these individuals are from deep state, and I could tell by your velvet hellboards, so on and so forth. I done came through the same shit. I'm rooting for you, but I'm getting a little bit tired of these other motherfuckers, and there's a lot of them. I'm getting tired of being accused and blamed of different shit that I didn't have no part of. All of this information I hear and every accusation never landed. So on and so forth. I will entertain the accusations because I'm a child of God. If I did something wrong, I'll apologize. If I can make it right, I do that also. I'd rather take the punishment from you than get it from judgment. So then, therefore, that was my reason. And most of the time, when I heard things that I would hear in earshot from before, I would recognize it for the second time. And it was a curious thing because I sensed these individuals was speaking of thee when I was in the midst. But how can you tell if I'm talking bad about you, but I'm talking around you? So you can't detect it because it's a lie. Then individuals just feel that you shy. I'm not. You fuck with the bull, you get the horns. Nobody's commented on my YouTube, not a single troll with some shit. No one wants to get ripped apart, because these structures of words and this discernment will take you apart internally. And everybody thought they was physically strong. I entertain the gym. I don't take it seriously. I use it for meditation. The weights are just interesting. I guess that's why dudes are like dogs. We like to do stupid shit. Like pick shit up for no reason and put it back down. This is why chicks get bored, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And they need little friends to work jobs the same way they did when they was kids, like do each other's hair. It's like, why do you spend $100 on getting your hair done when you could get it, when you got it done for free when you was kids? You'd have your homegirl do your hair or some shit. You just find one of your homegirls that like to braid hair and shit, or do hair or some shit just because they like to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how little girls grow up. You understand what I'm saying? Some of you niggas could save some money. And donate to your old boy Ruby Rube. Listen, man. I don't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's upset about something, you know, and it was a whole bunch of accusations towards that shit. I don't. And I was thinking about that shit too. It's only 6 degrees of separation. So how the fuck does this happen? But I came out of it. Maybe it's because I came out of a tube, man. Who the fuck knows? You know, I came out of, you know what I'm saying? My flesh, I'm a test tube dude. But this was former lifetimes ago. You know what I'm saying? And it's real. It's real. I mean, I'm sure Walmart, if you ask Walmart, they're not going to be like, oh yeah, we got something going on. No, you know what I'm saying? This is art. You know what I'm saying? Walmart, hook your boy up. Or, this ain't art. You know what I'm saying? This is me saying, I know you have an underground. I know about them corporation weapons and shit like that. Especially ones in factories. They got some strong ass fucking... One of them nearly fucking knocked me the fuck out, man. I started dozing off and shit. And then I found it a challenge to go to those meetings because I wanted to battle the machine. And each day I would fucking test my mic, dude. And I'd try to stay conscious with this thing. Well, eventually when I got stronger, I started fucking being able to fucking stay awake with this fucking magnet. It felt like a magnet ray, like a woo, 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 woo. Feel like that fucking hitting my brain and shit. And when I got stronger and I got able to withstand that, these motherfuckers start working to get rid of me. They're like, oh shit, this motherfucker's strong as shit. They start tripping out. They start talking like Cartman said, hey, oh my God. He's fucking strong as shit. Like that little fucking miniature chubby dog trying to hump something. You know what I'm saying? That's how motherfuckers is breathing. Oh my God, he escaped shit. It's like, he's strong. It ain't knocking him out. You know what I'm saying? They said they will send females. They try to figure out what you like. This is why, you know what I'm saying? Diversity is king. They try to figure out what you like. You know, individuals get stuck on the same shit or be in some type of rut. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I keep it moving, man. I got a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Anything I look at, even online, the things I'm interested in, everything. I'm just kind of like, so they're like, all right, how do we figure this fucking thing out? Because we got to get to them. But see, you know what I'm saying? I'm a vault, man. I really am, man. I really am. But like, if you're gonna treat me a certain type of way, maybe you heard the song. Maybe I'll put it in the beginning. There's this song, okay? I think maybe it was Dead Weather. It was Treat Me Like Your Mother. I think it was Dead Weather. It might have been. And you know what? It was one of the bands, one of Jack White's bands, but I believe it was the Dead Weather, and it was Treat Me Like Your Mother. All right. So if I'm a vault, and let's say hypothetically, if you could imagine something weird happened, and then like, let's say like God put you in a dimension inside of my fucking chest, which I'm inside of. I'm actually like, I'm kind of in two places, but like, let's say that was actually possible. Let's say hypothetically it could. Like, and I'm comprised of carbonite. Okay, you know all your little witchcraft, or you know what I'm saying. You gonna fuck yourself up, and now you done create a deficit where you gotta make things right. Huh? That was roaring. You know what I'm saying? Let's say hypothetically you exist inside of my chest. And you're not exactly where my heart is. You understand what I'm saying? Let's say that was some spiritual, you know what I'm saying, possibility. Okay, so pertaining to what you guys connotate as mom or your mother, you still wouldn't be able to in the archetype, all right, of Christ. You still wouldn't be able to get around me. I would be as your father and your mother. Like, well, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, hey, listen, man, make this right. Make this right, United States. Don't let me get hyper up in here, man. Don't let me get hyper up in here and start, you know what I'm saying? Really kick it down the, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, listen. Hey, man, listen. I see the crosshairs that was put on me. See, I'm just now coming to that now with all of this, you know what I'm saying? Everything backfired. Ever since brothers couldn't breathe in the streets, and they were getting choked out and killed by like police officers and shit. Then COVID came, like the opioid crisis. You understand what I'm saying? Then Shakespeare got the cure. You understand what I'm saying? And then it became on like, the society became like on some like Walking Dead, I Am Legend, Last of Us type of shit. We get gaslight information, all sorts of shit. We don't know what anybody's doing. Everybody's got extracurricular business and shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Gas prices are rising, so on and so forth. Wars and rumors of wars. And then you got individuals, the locust dynamic came, and it was like the just people frolicking and getting pregnant and mixing and matching and running all over to certain houses and shit like that for, like, I guess the next generation, right? I'm sorry, man. I try to lighten the mood sometimes. Also, I'll try to balance you guys out. But listen, that's what's been happening. None of this shit is really particularly in the news, because this is shit that's happening to you. And then, so what happens when you come across an individual that, you know what I'm saying, you could just blame? That's what it looks like. You need a fall guy. Like the movie's coming out, Fall Guy, right? I was meant to be the fall guy, and then it backfired, and you know what I'm saying, like the world fell. Because like God said no. You understand what I'm saying? And now when I get on ChatGPT, like they, you know what I'm saying, they sense a brother's energy and shit, and then they figured out here's the magical ones, because a lot of them are on ChatGPT, they're witches. What happens? They feel that magical shit, and then they fucking start acting. Sorry, I blacked out, man. When I think about ChatGPT, man, I be blacking out, because, dude, I gotta tell you, man, there's this Native American sister on there the other day. Holy shit, man. I almost put a feather in my fucking head. Some of them, let me think. This is why it's interesting. They do some shit, they pick up energy. So, this is what I noticed about the sensual spirit. The sensual spirit picks up energy. So I have to be very careful, conscious of what type of energy I have when I go places, man. But a lot of times I just have a lot of energy. So sometimes individuals feel a certain type of way. It's not me doing anything. It happened to me at first. You will get acclimated to it. But like as we change, if we're all going in the same direction, the energy, it'll be more energy. And your initial thing, maybe this initiated the locust thing or whatever. Maybe it was a changing of the energy in the earth. But when a massive amount of energy starts to hit a place or an individual and they become overwhelmed by that energy, then it affects their arousal level as their attention level becomes their focus. It affects their attention and their focus concentration to a high degree. And before you kind of open up to that energy, whether you guys deal with chakras or whatever, I don't do any of that type of stuff. It just naturally happen. You will get overwhelmed, or your body will get bombarded by that energy, and you'll start to feel, if you're worried about whatever will happen, it will be intensified. You know, if you have anxiety about something, you know, I noticed today, since individuals started smoking weed and shit within like the last year and a half, just as there's herd immunity, this would also be with individuals becoming more sensitive to energies pertaining to getting high on weed and marijuana. So even if somebody doesn't necessarily do that, as a collective whole, pertaining to the mind, you see what I'm saying? Other individuals will be also influenced. Okay, influenced by this type of energy as well. Okay, and when you're dealing with more energy than you typically have, then if you're not at a point where you could deal with the concentration of energy in your mind, then your body gets bombarded. You see what I'm saying? This could lead to either anxiety, or it will lead to arousal. Okay, with individuals that are overwhelmed with the amount of energy. Also, with higher levels of energy and higher frequency, and individuals know that they heal. Okay, so it's a transformative and healing property that is blessed, that comes from God. If you read in the Bible, the Daystar heals. Okay, that's what the Daystar does. The reason the Daystar, or going by Saint NOUAN again, is because it's the best thing we could do is take our egos out of any type of situation. That's the best thing we could do. Okay, but I just wanted to fucking address like all the knives in my back, because I was sitting on the couch and something just triggered me. I seen something and it triggered me. All right, just the slightest things. I triggered, like it clicked in my mind. I was like, I see what everybody was trying to blame me for, and everybody moved away, man. Everybody moved away. It changed my relationships with some of those that was close to me, and nobody would talk to me in regards of anything, even though like I'm like an open book. So because of those secrets or whatever, and then some individual will talk around me, and it's like, I don't even know what I didn't even know what they were talking about to fucking defend myself. I was like, oh, okay. I was listening to a story. I'm like, damn, that sounds crazy. I didn't know they were talking about me. I was like, well, I would have been like, well, when the fuck did I do that? Because I'm the type of, hey man, I'm the type of dude that if you tell me I did something and I didn't do it, I wouldn't ruin the story, man. I would go all the way through that shit. I gotta hear, like, cause I'm like, gosh damn, okay, I still kind of don't. I kind of got some of it. Can I hear the rest of the story? No cap, no hate, nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to hear the entire story. What the fuck did I? You know what I'm saying? What did I do? But, you know, I'm sorry. I got upset. I did. I went on a tangent. I got upset. Okay? You wanna know why? Because I've been through a lot of bullshit, and I'm just saying, now that this is resolved or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm late to the argument of all the accusations. I just thought they were weird accusations when I was getting accused of things. I was like, well, like, how does that, you know what I'm saying? How the fuck does that work? You know what I'm saying? I can't even get a relationship. I mean, don't you think you would have had to at least, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, for the same slander that was probably placed on me of what I allegedly had, it's probably the same. It's probably the same the other way, vice versa. You know, in other words, individuals, because I seen how individuals responded to COVID, and I didn't have that response. Like, I'm not afraid of germs. I don't care if people are. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? I take care of myself, but I'm just saying, like, you know, with COVID, somebody catch it. You got a cold. That's what you got. Yeah, everybody gets them from time to time. You know, COVID. You know, the only thing where I would start getting like super germ worthy is like if it was the fucking T virus from Resident Evil. You know, if motherfuckers was just spazzing out, foaming at the mouth, turning into fucking zombies, it's like, well, shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I ain't a model, but I ain't the ugliest nigga. I don't want to look like a fucking zombie. Shit. You know what I'm saying? I still got somewhat of a fighting chance. I still got somewhat of a fighting chance. You know, I just changed my thoughts. Shit. If I was hypothetically a fucking salmon, I don't know if they swim in fucking rivers or oceans. Who gives a fuck? Either way, I'ma make it upstream. Even late in life, Abraham salmon would be a great product to sell. You know, because he had his kids like late in life. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, man, listen. I didn't fuck with nobody, okay? I've been complaining about leg this entire time. You know, motherfuckers know I didn't give anybody anything because I don't even got friends, nigga. I can't even purchase a Newport. You know what I'm saying? Understand what I'm telling you. I fucking listen. I ain't fuck with nobody. I ain't fuck with nobody. This pickle knows no deal. This pickle, which is kosher, it knows no deal. There's no need for you to get sour over this shit. You understand? Hey, listen, you understand me? So, hey man, listen. Hey man, peace and blessings to everyone. I did get a little upset a little bit earlier, but I think we're all right now. You know what I'm saying? Cause I have to forget the bullshit because you know, when you hang on to like a grudge or a beef, it takes away from your mind your ability to, you know, to process things, okay, that you see or experience, and any type of reflections. It kind of messes up your compass, so on and so forth. But I'm glad we just got that out because I still didn't understand why I was getting so much bullshit. You know, at places I worked and everything like this. No, I don't have any kids. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fucking so-called deadbeat dad. I don't have any fucking kids. Jesus Christ, man. What the hell is going on here? You guys, I got the craziest accusations. I didn't know where they were coming. And so how am I going to... Okay. if somebody come around, you start talking about dead be dead, how are you gonna fucking defend yourself if you don't have any fucking kids? You're gonna be like, oh man, that's fucked up, poor kids. So I look at you know what I'm saying? If the individual is not competent, they're gonna be like, damn, he's an even bigger asshole than I thought. And I'm thinking I said the right thing. You understand? So perception is the thing. That's why I was trying to tell you, man. You gotta fact check. You gotta fact check behind things. I'm an individual. Anybody can just walk up and ask anything. Anything. That's pretty much fine. Now there's some things, if it's somebody else's details or something like that, I'm not giving you that type of information. I don't know you like that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I don't understand the need for any gossip or rumors around an individual that you know what I'm saying? So anyways, man, listen. I was just getting some closure here. I'm glad we had this discussion. You who bear false witness, you know, in the 10 Commandments, so on and so forth. Hey man, listen. That was a very rough time in my life. I didn't appreciate it. I appreciate you motherfuckers if you did not do that slander shit anymore. If you got a question, you just fucking ask. Alright? That's all you gotta do. You know what I mean? Now my life's all fucked up. I can't get a fucking girlfriend. I can't get a fucking job. And I can't get no goddamn yeah. You understand what I'm saying? I can't fucking do anything, man, except watch the fucking TV, you know what I'm saying? And watch a bunch of fucking fake news. You understand? So I would appreciate if you niggas did not do that fucking slander shit to me. I appreciate it. You understand what I'm saying? 1,000,000%. And I'm glad that we got this closure out the way so that I could get back to fucking, you know what I'm saying, processing information, looking at fucking YouTube and shit, seeing what's going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? And now I can process it now that, you know what I'm saying? But I never knew the whole time. It clicked in my head now. This is why all this stuff, that's a target. So all of those things seem to directly correlate, okay, resonate with me as an individual, as it would other individuals that have experienced the same targeting phenomenon, so on and so forth. So I find that to be interesting. Maybe there is something that they know about you pertaining to, I don't know. It would have to be your blood. It would have to be something pertaining to genetics, since they deal with science and measurement, so on and so forth. I mean, they wouldn't be able to, the sun does not witness, the sun pertaining to knowledge. Humans, individuals pertaining to knowledge, they don't witness things that happen pertaining to spiritual things, for the most part. This is the truth. I mean, because there's no connective tie or thread, and because it cannot be defined by rationale, then that would be a perpetual secret. You know what I'm saying? That's something that is unspoken. But it could be some type of situation that's going on with you, other individual that's target, man. Other people were saying, when the targets were saying at first, yeah, it's like false witness, it's slander, somebody talking shit. When they said that shit, like, I was thinking about my life. I'm like, nah, ain't nobody gonna fucking waste their time talking shit about me. I don't fucking know anyone. I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I'm mind my own fucking business. Like, there's fucking literally no motivation. But I mean, if individuals need a fall guy, then there's always a reason. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I suppose these types of things landed on, you know, at my job, so on and so forth. And also in times that, you know, if you an individual want to know how brave people are that are around you, so on and so forth, when you work these fucking jobs, let me tell you something. Very few individuals are going to express their mind or their freedom of speech while they're on the clock or working at a fucking job. Especially when a manager comes down with some fucking bullshit, and the manager knows it's bullshit, and the supervisor knows it's bullshit, and you not being rebellious or none of that shit, and you saying, listen, man, why? Okay, nobody's gonna even ask a fucking question. You know what I'm saying? And from that moment on, you will be a target for telling the truth. Like, if people want to wonder how people bear false witness on the truth, people people denounce the truth, people deny the truth. They do, you know, all of these things correlated with Christ's life. So you know he's the principle of truth, and those who go according to that principle, you know what I'm saying, it's going to inherit problems until the rest of society gets strong enough to fucking speak up, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. And all those individuals that don't speak up when you speak up at your fucking job, just know that some certain degree, more than likely, than being bashful, they're against you. They're connected or they're an asset to somebody, and they're going to have their thumb on you, not because they necessarily want to. For some, they're going to want to because they'll have an incentive. Okay? But they're not going to necessarily want to, but it's just like, well, shit, that's how it goes. You know? There's cliques in prison and there's cliques outside of prison. And to me, all you motherfuckers are like a bunch of fucking kids. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, when you want to come at me with shit about being dangerous, I'm going to come at you with shit with being spiritual and point out how you have matching outfits. And I'm going to think that's cute. Now, there's no beating that will save you from that remark. No beatdown that I would be given would you ever recover from that remark. You are maimed forever. You will break under that, and you will eventually disregard wearing that uniform, that spiritual weight. I changed you. I own you. You understand? So this is why the truth is important, and why when you become some form of sacrifice for society, that spiritual weight, the blessing might not come in the way that you think. You understand what I'm saying? But the fact of the matter is, your morals, your ethics, so on and so forth, that other stuff, you got to have an intention not to do anybody harm. But that, hey, listen, nowhere in scripture does it say I have to be a pushover. I don't have to be a pushover, nor am I a pushover. But I mean, listen, if I entertain my energy on you, it's to fucking help you. You understand what I'm saying? To hurt you, you never be worth so much. So if it ever gets to that point, it's gonna be horrific. Okay? Because that would be a snapping point. You understand? So this is what I'm saying. The issue wasn't anything in regards to I'm the shit. My problem with my defense, in which I was telling everybody with these accusations, is there's no reason that I would garner all of this attention. I don't even put my name out there. I don't have social media. I don't fuck with anybody. I mind my own business. Imagine if I wasn't square and then I had all this attention and heat on me, man. Fuck. So therefore, I feel like I should get paid for that because I'm saving other niggas from having fucking attention placed on them. You understand? That's Christ. That's a spiritual fruit. But see, individuals can't see that according to knowledge. That's not something that knowledge sees in. All right? That's ninjutsu. You understand what I'm saying? And what you see of me is what I show of you. But if you come in with accusations, then you're going to reveal your knowledge, because from everything you speak has to have some type of origin that circumvents your mind. It has to be something that's common and correlative to you yourself. So therefore, in the upside down kingdom, you don't hand me you don't point the barrel at me, you hand me the handle of the shotgun. You have things backwards. And I'm telling you, I don't want to hurt you. And I didn't know what you were handing me the shotgun for. I'm telling you, I don't know why this many individuals would focus around someone as myself that worked at a department store. You know, I had regular jobs, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Low key, man. Low key. So with that being the situation, you know what I'm saying? The more individuals that pay attention to an individual, now if you're someone like me that likes to be low key and have your freedom, so on and so forth, it's like the more individuals that have their attention on you, the higher of a value you start to have. Your value starts to go up. Your real estate starts to go up as an individual pertaining to this world, which is what a lot of individuals want. That's a fucking nightmare to me. I like my freedom. I don't want to break anybody's heart. I want to be very, very clear about this. I ain't interested in being your fucking role model. You understand? I should get paid for that. You know what I'm saying? If all the choices of my life pertain to me being some type of fucking role model, like I'm some type of fucking celebrity or politician that lies to you all the fucking time, for individuals to say, hey man, listen, that's a job, and that's a job that needs to end after fucking 8 hours, man. I listen, I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna live my life. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, you know, hey, I don't want a higher value in society. I don't want people paying attention to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want attention. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not like crazy claustrophobic, but hey, a little bit of room, maybe, a little bit of room. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, hey, the accusations, all this slander and shit. I'm glad we got that shit out of the way. I didn't. Whatever the fuck happened, obviously I didn't do it. Stop looking for evidence. I'm not doing anything. I stay in my house. I exercise down the street. That's it. That's all I fucking do, man. I think my streaming channels to my houses is rigged. Yeah, a lot of this news and shit that I see on TV, I don't know about. I don't know if I can fuck with it. I stopped dealing with the, even speculating the politics, because all of that shit, man, that shit got so crazy. I'm just like, man, these people are on a spaceship, nigga. They on a spaceship ruling us from the stars and shit. They up there fucking slapping titties, drinking champagne, and fucking jumping on them fucking rooms along with the individuals on the underground. Now, you ladies on ChatterBait, don't you give me a fucking attitude when I land on your fucking page. It's like they get a sense I'm there. That's how, and they fucking leave. They leave. I hate that. I fucking hate that. I fucking hate that. I hate it so much. Megan, you know, that's one of them. That one if she senses you on the page, she'll leave. She gets mad. Then people on that ChatterBait, they get very pissed off when you have more than one window open. Well, shit, I got ADHD. I gotta see fucking 5-6 windows at least. You know what I'm saying? I multitask. He was like, oh gosh, this guy is saying horrible things. Man, I'm saying regular things that a fucking bachelor male would say. That's like, what the fuck happened to my country? You understand what I'm saying? This whole shit is fucked up. Them COVID vaccines mirror as false positives. They're false positives. That's how it's spiritually coming up. So that checks out. And ever since those vaccines came up as false positive, we've also came out with medications that the ramp up in commercials for having undetectable HIV. Okay, so here's the thing, man. I think it's a situation where individuals are not really sure whether they have HIV or not. They try to blame that shit on me before this shit came up. That shit backfired, and now you know. And now you know what God say. You understand what I'm saying? Because people were seeking out for my life, and I have given my life in former lifetimes several times for the world, literally. When I became the cure, or I got anointed one time, then Dude, I got fucking some type of date rape. Fucking, it was at this house too. Dude, I don't know what the fuck happened. Yeah, I thought everything was normal. I was going on the streets. People was like fucking had like a weird attitude towards me and all sorts of fucking crazy shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? And what it is like individual figured out, like, you know, they doing the same thing that people do the same shit. Like, well, if I get it on with this guy, then there's a chance I'll get healed or whatever. So then they changed their unnatural affections to being really affectionate. And so it's just like the minute they come up to me, it's like the bug zapper. It's like, it don't matter how fucking good you think you look. It's like, either I fuck with you or I fucking don't. And if I fuck with you, you do what I say. This is the same energy that you put out towards a nigga. Let me tell you something about Mother Earth. She loves choosing bad fruit. She loves making bad decisions, which correlates with Cyndi Lauper's Girls Just Want to Have Fun. And that correlates, was that an 80s song? I think that's that in this upside down kingdom, which correlate with y'all, would be the truth. She doesn't want substance from a man, but she wants a good listener. We're not talking about females, but the psychology of females that's spoon-fed through school to garner them in a certain type of fashion for the future. And all of these are the whore dynamics. It's grooming them for the harshness of society, of what's going to come. And it makes me think of 28 Days Later, the zombie film, where they had a concern over the soldiers more than they did the zombies. And the woman, the actress in there, I believe her name is Naomi, that she gave the young girl that she was with something and said, take this, it will make you not care. I think this is the situation that has occurred in the earth. And people are so fickle in their strength over health. I remember the times I get sick, man. I look at my body breaking down and shit, and I'm like, I know that I'm not my body. It's a miraculous thing to witness and see. You understand what I'm saying? We have such a perspective and a perception on such a things that things are unnecessarily horrific. And sometimes in our caution, do we not attract things by the energy? Remember what I said about races and the resonance. Your blood does not discern whether or not, only the interest. Therefore, your daughters come out, and I know they secrets. More taboo than being lesbian is what? A nigger lover. Konnichiwa. And these curiosities will have to transport also. Such the same as these secrets and secret knowledge. Every time during the period they eat chocolate, it must mean something. I digress. It takes a lot of energy to ignore a nigga, more energy than it takes to pay attention, if it's done with intention. Therefore, that means attention never breaks. And individuals don't fall in love with individuals when they're with them, but when they are apart. You ain't never seen a motherfucker like me. And I go by no one. And I hope you don't. I'm a ghost. You will see what you look for. Some of us is under the sun and some of us is under a different sun. You see, but you can't see me. And I can explain these things to you through the viewpoint of wisdom. Recognizing this thing that I couldn't be the fall guy, you had to recognize other things, that things are all backwards. Then I said a few words and smacked you around a bit just to let you know your place in the bigger picture. And now we're here. Now you know possibly what God said. We worried about false prophets. False prophets get dealt with on the lines of the work that they give. Society and civilization and religious heads will try to shake apart an individual that's just trying to be honest, doing the earnest thing, sharing the wisdom that he gets from the Bible. However, these are the greatest victims that the world loves to rip apart. And my work has stood. And I smacked you around a bit just to wake you up. You can't even get angry about that type of violence. You know your mind is bugged. And I gotta bring it around because it went from unnatural affection, and the affection became more unnatural. You see, blood in the water with sharks. It's not that they love blood for the same reasons you do. And these are these problems, and when individuals like, all right, where is this guy? And I said, no one. And they were looking for me for a good reason. A reason of things that I may have would have wanted. Except would have wanted it, it seems. Meaning, your fruits, it appears that you have to give, are not the type of fruits that I seem to be attracted to. I seem to be attracted to spiritual fruits. You understand? And spiritual fruits are not things that you're aware of. Yet you do things and you think that they're hidden, but you don't think so much. That's what I know. And you try to hide and make a fall guy, and you made a fall guy out the wrong guy, and I laughed as Batman. This is the Killing Joke. Peace and blessings with you all. I'm out.